Hello everyone, welcome to the Artisan of Glimmith. Playing through the demo, part 2 now. We're going to carry on. We can go with, oh look, we've got 20 solved. Perfect, let's carry on with that. Interestingly, the sound cuts out there. But we can zoom in here. Do we go left or do we go right? Let's go left. Well, just to show you what we've done, we've got all of this that we've worked through, these couple of areas, the tutorial areas, as we arrived on this airship. We've solved some puzzles. We've been given some hints. Your progress is automatically saved. We've made this mirror golden, this window, sorry. And we've made this one golden, so we've done 2 areas. We're going to carry on. I'm going to go to the left, and we're still doing level 1s, but look at this. We've got a new mechanic, slightly different. Each region contains exactly one of each shape. So these two can't be together, so I'll go there, there. Got to go up there. 4 shapes. 4 shapes. 4 shapes. Pretty easy. It is a level 1, but we're learning a new mechanic. Another level 1. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. So the same mechanic. Let's go there. This is sort of like one of those other games where you just connect the lines on each end. I don't want that in there. Done. Well, okay, same mechanic, looks a bit harder, but we're going to go do this one. I'm going to go and clear this area out to go there, and then this one. Is there an autofill that can fill the rest of it? I don't know if there's an autofill. So, check progress. Everything entered so far is correct. Hey, there's a check progress. Love it. How are we all doing today? How's everyone going? Is everyone okay? Hope your world is a great place. Hey, the next one's not lit up. Can't go to that. I guess we do have to go back the other way and maybe learn the mechanic. Okay, shape bank. All regions must be one of these 2 shapes. Okay. The 2 regions touching the symbol must be different shapes. So these ones must be different. Well, we do have then a way to start. So this one must be there. Now this one has to be different. It has to be a 3 by 1, a 3 long. And obviously the 3 long can't go this way, so it's got to go this way. Which means this has got to be a different one. That's 3. That's obviously got to go around the corner, and that's got to be 3. So complete there. And the Gemini rule. 2 regions touching the symbol must be the same shape. So they've got to be the same, which means that's got to happen. That's got to happen. Obviously that and this has to happen, and then we've got the other one. So this is different shapes. Different shapes. Well, in here we cannot get the 4 long one in here. So this has to be that, which means that's a different one. This is a 4 long one, so this has to be 4 long. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, got to be careful there. This has to be part of a square. Now obviously the square can't go around here because that won't work. So the square has to be there. This has got to be different. That's obviously got to go down, and then we can finish this off with a square there. Still nothing too challenging going on, but I'm waiting for the big level 4, level 5 puzzles. Didn't we find a level 6 last time? So square, and the Gemini, they must be the same shape, so we need a square there. Easy enough when it's a square. 3. And it's not easy enough when it's a square, because that's 3. There's a square. There's a square. There's 3. And there's 3. Jumped ahead with an assumption. All have a logical solution. What is this? Did I not do this one? Oh, demo is 52% complete. Okay, continue. Oh, now after reading that, it's let me carry on. So let's go back this way. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. Ah, now we're getting tricksy. Because this one, how does this get? How does this one get? I think it has to do that. And this one has to do that. And this one then goes all the way around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. Look at that. Glorious solutions. Remember, a single region can never touch both sides of a border. So this can't go around that way. No. But that gives us an easy solution as we go around with this gorgeous spiral shape. Lovely, satisfying solution. And then we've got one sitting up on here. I'm going to give myself plenty of space to go around there. Actually, yeah, can't go around that other side, so that's not the way it's going to be, but that's not the way that's going to be. Yeah, it's not going to let me do that, is it? So, let's start again. How do we do this? This one? No, that's not going to work. So first up, this has to come this way, which means this has to do something different. Does that do that? Does this do that? Oh, it was very close to start with. Very close. Very close. Okay, where's our mirror for this? Where's our window for this side? Is that it there? No. Not seeing the window for this side yet. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. Okay, so this has to be this way, which means this has to be this way, because that's the shape we've got. Now then. Well, we can start by drawing lines of symbols that have to be different. Now, these ones have to be in different spaces. So what we can't have is this. Because that would lock that out. We can have that. Which would give us this. Oh, look at that. We made it. We made it. Ah, okay. This is 11 out of 32. Right. Okay. My apologies, going left or right doesn't matter. I think they're both massive areas that we're working on. So, let's quickly carry on. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. So this one has to come out here, and must take that one. Which means this one can't go there. This must take that one, otherwise we're locked off. This one has to come in, and the only one it can reach is this. We go here for the blue, orange, yellow, and that leaves that for a beautiful completion. Just checking around for hidden puzzles. Difficulty 2. Each region contains exactly one of each symbol. So let's put some walls in place. Now then, this one comes out this way. This one must come out here. And this one comes out to there. So this one has to come out one further, which means this comes out here and must come out there. There we go. Now this one's got to go round, otherwise it blocks off that and comes down. So I'm going there. I feel like that. I'm going to take this orange one and come in there. Now if you fill out the rest of this, not as pretty, but it is a solution. Difficulty 4. Okay, now we're talking. So these ones have to come out. Let's do what we have to do. And this one needs to come out there. And this one, well, it doesn't need to, is the thing, because it can join straight onto this one. This one has to go this way. These two can't join. Can't go that way. This one has to find a blue. And I'm suspecting, this may seem weird, but I'm suspecting it goes there. No, it doesn't. Now, that's going to create a bit of a problem here, because this needs an orange, and the only orange it can get is that. So we would have this. This needs an orange. This needs a orange and a blue, and this needs a blue. I kind of like that. I kind of like that solution as well. What else have we got lit up here? Anything hidden? Because there's always hidden ones somewhere. They do hide their puzzles from us sometimes. We're looking pretty good at the moment over this side. I'm thinking it's telling me, oh look, there's a bunch there. We are 12 out of 12, we're going 14 out of 32 for our next. So I'm going to go all through this way and see where this will take us. So Gemini, is the same shape, so that's that. Now, I don't think we can have same shapes touching, can we? The two regions touching the symbol must be different shapes. There you go. There you go. So I'm expecting this needs to be this. Oh no, they must be the same shape. This has got to be different. This has got to be the same. Sorry, I didn't see that that was different. Which makes this and this are different shapes. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I made a hash job of that one. I should try harder. Clearly it's three long. Now, this must be the same. Gemini is the same shape, so it's got to go that way, otherwise this one wouldn't work. And this is different, so it has to be there. This has to be a 2. That's got to be a 3, and that's got to be a 2. Still liking this game a lot. Waiting for more challenging puzzles. Making a hash job of the simple ones, but still gotta find my way. So, now, look at this. Gemini means it's the same shape. Now, you'd immediately think you want to go a square here and a square there, but that means we're not going to get the other shapes in. So, I'm pretty certain that we are doing this. And that is a really good solution. I like that one. So they're different. They're different. One of these is 2, and one of them is the cross. So we're going to fit this cross shape in. As far as I can see, that's all I can do. And now I've got to fill the rest in, so that has to be a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. One too many. 2, 2, 2. And that leaves me with a beautiful cross shape to put in there. All from that one clue. Now, challenging. These are all different, but these ones are the same. So, there we go. Now, they can't be that. This is interesting. This is very interesting. How can they be the same shape? Now I'm changing this and I'm going this way. Now the question is, so this one can be that. This one can be that. And this one can now be that. And I think that's the only way they can be the same. These ones are all different, so... Oh no, not all different. They're different from each other. So, can't be a 2. This one has to come out further. This one has to come out further. And this one has to come out there. 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 That just has to happen. That is forced. Now this can't be that. So it has to go to at least there. Now looking at this, I need to get that in. And then there's a little corner there. A little macaroni elbow. Boom. Done. Isn't that sweet? I like that solution. That looks good. I'm going to carry on. There's a lot of puzzles to get through. Oh, and if you look carefully, I didn't notice this. Look at that. You can see the solution sitting on the top of them. That's really cool. I like that. Oh, these now we're getting challenging. These are 3s and 4s. So the Gemini is the same. I'm looking at this. That's not one of the shapes. No. That's not. Actually, if we do this, that leaves that in there. Can we do the same on this side? Oh, Gemini's the same shape. So this isn't going to work. And that's different shape. Hang on, Gemini is the same shape. So what happens if we do this? And now Delta's got to be different. So that's not going to work that way, is it? That needs to be a different shape. So if I do... It needs to be the same shape. But then this creates that. Was I close the first time then instead? If I went this way? Now, Gemini is the same shape, but there's got to be a different shape. Hang on, if I do that for the same shape, and then this for the different shape. Ooh, made a hash job of it. But I got there. So we need different. That's got to be 2. Delta is different shapes, so that's 1. This has to be at least 2. That's got to be the same shape. Oh. So that has to be different. This has to be... That's the same. Hang on, if we start with 1, and these have to be different, so this has to be at least 2. This has to be... Oh. Now this has to be the same, so I need to get a... No. That's an awkward shape to get my head around. But I got there. And now a difficulty 4. One of the hardest ones we've come across in this. So, where do we start? This one has to come out here. Now, we don't have a 1. So it must go down into there. Now, that doesn't mean it can't. Clearly it can't be any of the other shapes. So this has to be different. So I'm guessing that shape. I wonder. Don't force it. Don't force it. We can figure this out. That's the same shape there. Okay. So everything should have a logical solution. I'm just seeing where things need to be forced now. So if we can't add anything in here, this needs to come out. But that could do this. Or it could do this. Not sure. So if we start there, we know that this can't be that and has to be bigger. Could be that way. Or could be, can't be this way. So it can't do that. So if it comes here, see, if it comes this way, it's got to then take that space, and if it takes that space, we've locked off. So it has to come this way, has to go there, and if it does that, then it has to do that. That is our next thing, which means this has to be to a bent macaroni elbow, which has to be that. Now this one has to come out there, and we don't know next, but this one, again, same thing. If we go this way, try and fill that with any of those shapes, and that's not going to work. So it's got to go this way. Now this one has to go there, but does it carry on is the question. Or does this one carry on? This one has to be different. So now because this and this is touching this one, one of these has to fill that space. They both do. There we go, that's that. Which makes this a little elbow. And then I'm just going to fill it up with... No, not that. That has to do that, because if this comes out that way, it blocks everything off. So this has to do that. But I'm feeling like now this area is a bit too, well, locked off. Was there a way that I can turn, because this could do that, and it's still leaving me one short. Oh, hang on. That's not going to work. I can see why this is a difficulty 4. So, restarting and having a look at this. Again, this one here, there is no other way than this coming out. And if that comes out, it has to take that. But the question I'm going to ask is, could I find a way to get that in? And I don't suspect we can, because if I take that or that, it's broken. So this one, we figured out we can't go this way, because then we have to go this way, and that's a problem. So we're definitely doing this. But now, because it has to be different, we have to do that. So I'm going to draw the border in, because we know so far that these are locked in. This is different. So does it go this way? Or does it go this way? I'm not sure, but this does do that. Let's see if we can look at the space that we're filling in. That won't work because there's not enough. I think that feels right. And if we do that, then we're doing twos. And it doesn't. So, can we do this? Can we? No. We need one more. How is this going to work? How is this going to work? We need... So there are 5 pieces and 3 pieces, and we've got... let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this could all be 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 2 5s. This can all be 3s. Just checking. No? Where did my numbers go wrong? Did I not count the one I had highlighted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 2 5s, 2 3s. That has to be the case. 2 5s, 2 3s. Now, the catch is to get the... I'm just going to start again here, because I reckon that's a 3. There we go. Found it. And this is the 5. Done it with numbers. Cool. How are we tracking on this? We are... Oh, wow. Got 10 to go. So let's do these ones hidden down here. 2s, 1s. Oh, new mechanic. All regions must be this shape. Cool, they're too long. Counts how many regions are touching this clue. Oh, okay, so this says there's 1 region. This says there's 2 regions. This says there's 3. And this says there's 4. That's a nice mechanic. Combining all of these is going to make things challenging. It really is. Precision. All regions must have exactly an area of exactly 4. So we have to start with this. This one has to come out further. This one has to come out further. There you go. Has to be a different shape. Has to be the same shape. Oh, how are we going to manage that? So this one comes out there. Now, really? Okay, let's try that. And you take one more. Done. do the difficulties. Oh, there's a difficulty 1 in there. Going to do all the difficulty 1s first, and then I'm going to look at the difficulty 2s. So that's 3 long, so it has to go out that way. This one has to come out here, and thereby has to do that. This one must go that way. This must do that, and this one must do that, leaving 1 in the corner. So that was the 1, 2, so we'll start on this end. The tip points towards the smaller region. Oh, okay, but we've got a bit of a rocks, paper, scissors thing going on here. So this can't be 1. I think these two have to be different. So if this is 3, 2, 1, no, this has to be 4, 3, 2, 1. But then can I do that? I can, yep. We've got a big puzzle, and all of it is just this shape. So let's start. This one has to be in there, which is that corner, but we don't know where it goes from there. Now this one has that. And again, I don't know where it goes from there. This might give us a clue, because this one, the only way that can go is with that corner. And then, as I try and get my head around the spatial awareness of this, it's there, isn't it? Now, with this, I think what we need to do is have this one here with that, which means that this is that one. No. Hang on. That's the way that one is. Now, because of this, that corner needs to go in there. Now this comes out. How do we make this one work? I'm pretty certain we do this. And then we have, not that. That's the shape, yep. This one differently, with one there. And look, after all of that, we've managed to just fill that in quite well. I like that. They must be the same shape. Two regions that must be the same shape. I am just going to hazard a guess at this. Now, I think this one goes here and this one goes there. Yeah. Oh, there's a difficulty 5. That's going to be a good place to finish. So, no boxy. No regions are rectangular. Well then, let's start with this. And if I do that, then that gives us this. Not quite. Not quite. But if I do... and then I do... this. Oh, that's rectangular. No. No, 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 no. Right. It's going to make us think. I do like the idea of this one going all the way to there, but that creates a problem with the other ones. Because that's the simplest I can do. That's the simplest, and then that's boxed off. What if I do... no, because that'll be rectangular. What if I just do... if I restart this and have... no, because then I can't take one of those out. That's not what I wanted. But I can do this with this to there, or even, yeah, to there, and then I can take that one there, and then this one just needs that. I was trying to make it nicer, but yeah, the solution wasn't there. This is a 3. All regions have exactly 10. So how many have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. Brilliant, guys. Brilliant. So that's 30. That's too many. And then this one just fills that in. I can't see that having... oh, I suppose it must have exactly that solution, because you can't take... none of the spaces in here can be taken away to swap with this. So that is the only solution. How are we doing? 30 out of 32. Let's do the level 5 one. So this can go this way or the other way. If we do this way, okay. If we do this way, I see. Now this one can't go this way because that blocks that one off. So this one definitely goes that way, which means this one has to go this way with that and that. That is locked in. Now that's Gemini, which means it's the same shape, but we don't know which way it goes. I do know which way it goes because it can't go that way because that won't fit in there. So this goes that way and we'll lock that in. Now then, this, that way, or, hang on, Gemini, same shape. How? Okay, gone all wrong because I was thinking we couldn't lock that in. So that has to go that way. Full on mistake right from the start with the wrong symbol, thinking that I needed to fill every space with one of the symbols in there. The reason why is because what I did wouldn't work there. So now that creates that, but we don't know where we go from there. Let's see if we put 4 in here. Okay, that could work. Or if we have, that's not going to work now. So I'm pretty certain that's there. And that puts this now where are we getting to? Are we doing this? And which one? Nope, we're not, because none of those can then come through. So we're doing this. Or are we? No, we're not. Everything entered so far is correct. That's the only way we're going to get that to fit. So now it... And we need that there, and that there, and that. Now we've got one more to find. 32. Is it hidden through there? I'm hunting the hidden puzzle. It's not hidden on this little island in there. There is one hidden there, but it's not awake. I suspect it's a level 2 hidden in there. There we go. All regions must be one of those two shapes, so it's either a 1 or a 4. And there must be exactly one symbol. Now. Where do we start? This must be a 1, because it cannot be a 4 in any direction. Now this must be a 4, but don't know which direction. And that must be a 4. This is a 1 as well. And this is a 1. This is a 4. Could be a 1, but I'm putting it in as a 4. Let's do this as a 4. This is a 1. So we do that. Where possible, I'm trying to fill up as many areas as I can with 4. Done. And there is our beautiful, beautiful gold stained glass window. If we have a look at it nice and close, it's all made up of little bits and pieces. It is grand. I love that. So I'm assuming we've got one more big area to go, or a couple of areas, because we did find little tables that didn't seem to have puzzles on them. Maybe they'll light up next time, or maybe we're finished with the demo by the looks of it. Let's see if this one tells us. That's not telling us. So I would suspect we are done with the demo. I can't see any more puzzles lit up. So let's assume we are done with the demo, and I've got to go buy the full game. So, thank you for joining me. Video's a little bit longer than I intended because that area was a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. 50 minutes and 32 puzzles. That's not too bad. So thanks for joining me. Please let me know how you're doing. Drop us a comment. Tell me how you're going. Maybe suggest a game for me to play. Something nice and relaxing, or something puzzly, or something both like this. I'd love to hear from you. Please press those buttons to support me. I think you're wonderful for doing that. Hopefully we're building a wonderful community. And apart from that, I guess all that's left to say is look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. And we'll catch you another time. See ya.